Tell us about kind of the different games that you're noticing as like the hottest games right now, since we're here for the State of Game.
Keeps changing every single week. Now I'm guessing it's Call of Duty with Warzone.
Call of Duty.
Everyone's really expecting the next Warzone to be great. I was never really into it. Last big thing I was really into was PUBG. That was my thing at H1Z1.
Is PUBG still popular?
To me it is, but not on Twitch maybe. Fortnite was like one of the big, massive, I think, where the industry really took notice of like, the terminology dead game is a big thing, where certain games have a certain lifespan, and the fact that people will still say that Fortnite is a dead game is mind-blowing, considering how many people still play it and still watch it. It changes. Like every single month there's going to be a new game that's the next big thing. And unfortunately I feel there's been a development in a mindset of people that are trying to be streamers, trying to be content creators, that they're waiting for the next game, which is going to be a tidal wave, and they want to be at the very beginning of that wave and become the next face of whatever platform they're aiming for. And to me, that's not really a healthy way to do it, because you're constantly on edge waiting to do it. And when you're younger and you're full of energy, that's great, knock yourself out. But an old fox that I am now, I can see it can really drive you insane of trying to get in on what's going to be deemed the next big game. I think free-to-play games is the big thing, the big model, which means the gaming industry is only going to be more accessible to a lot more people. So the gaming industry is just going to constantly keep growing. Free-to-play games as a model, people buying stuff in-game, is just the best way for companies to monetize their game and get more people in it. Access to the internet is just getting insane. Trust me, a person from Ireland, if you didn't live in the city, you didn't have the internet for the longest time. Now it's getting to a point where I went back to see my mom recently in the middle of nowhere. She's got better upload and download speeds of internet than me in America. And it's absolutely mind-blowing to me. So it's more accessible. Video games are just becoming way too accessible. And I think it's just going to constantly keep growing. And these games are going to be coming out ridiculously. And I can just see more and more people waiting to get on to the next big game.
Next big thing, that's right. What about you, Niki?
I think one thing that you said about people wanting to be part of the wave of the very next big game is also what happens when that game doesn't have as much popularity anymore. And you should not focus on only building your audience and yourself up on one game, more so on your personality. I think that's a very important thing to think about.
Very true. I don't think a lot of people think about that. When you kind of build yourself on one game, these people said, I subscribed for this.
Right.
And regardless of the algorithm dictating what you should do, you can also develop an audience that will try and dictate what you do. And that's not a way that you should live on the internet, trying to, like, I haven't had people say this to me. I've seen people threatening people online saying, you're nothing without us. And I'm like, wow. You don't want it to get to that point. You want to be able to, I'm blessed that I have a group of incredible friends that our audience have established a rapport for our group of friends. They don't care what we play. They just want to see our group of friends play games together, which is the best thing that I'm so blessed to have that.
Yeah.
But I've seen, as an observer on the internet, I see where people become victim to putting all the eggs in the one basket of playing one game, and that's it. You're not allowed to play anything else. So I think that's actually a really, really important point.
That's a good point. What if you're only good at one game? Doesn't that happen?
No.
No, if you're good at one game, you're good at many games.
No, I think some people just enjoy being good at a game and they're afraid to try something else in case they're not as good.
Right.
Because everyone thinks, oh, you have to be good at games for me to like you. You can be good at games, you can be entertaining, you can be really funny, there's not just one thing that you need to be be successful on the internet. It's a blank canvas. You can just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, that's right.